Mr. Keeson class. My name is Miss Stella, and I am a percussionist. So as a percussionist, we get to play all kinds of instruments. Anything you can hit, you can scrape, you can shake, you can tap. Those are all considered percussion instruments. And as a result, I get to play hundreds and hundreds of different instruments. Today I'm just going to show you just a few of those because I don't have time to show you 100. Our first instrument is the snare drum. This is a two-headed drum. There's a head on the bottom and a head on the top. What gives it its unique sound is these snares that rattle. Without the snares, it sounds like this. With the snares, it sounds like this. The history of this drum comes from military bands, mostly in Europe, and they would play very militaristic style drums. So when you hear it in some music, it's usually representative of military and war. This instrument is called the xylophone. It also comes from Eastern Europe, from this thing called a straw xylophone. The bars are made of wood. I think you guys have a smaller version of this instrument at your school that you guys get to play. But this is a really big one. It also has resonators on the bottom that make it sound bigger and louder. The xylophone has a really big range. You can play low notes and high notes. We usually play very fast passages on the xylophone. This instrument originated in the Middle East. It's called a tambourine. It only has one head on the top here, but it has these metal jingles, we call them, that give it that fuzzy sound. Without them, it would sound more just like a drum. We play this instrument in a few different ways. We can do rolls by shaking it, and sometimes we just play single notes with the other hand. There's also a very cool roll we can do, which is our finger on the head. This instrument is from a similar region to the tambourine. It's the triangle because of the shape. Looks like a triangle. It's also from the Middle East. So the cool thing we have is different sizes of different instruments. A lot of us don't just have one tambourine or one triangle. So I thought I'd show you two of my different triangles. This one is obviously a lot bigger than this one. So think about what you think the difference in sound is going to be. Will one sound louder? Will one sound higher in pitch? Will one sound lower in pitch? Let's see. This is a smaller one. And this is the bigger one. Triangles are used in a full symphony orchestra for very delicate moments, to represent maybe some sparkle or magic sometimes. So sometimes we'll just stand up, wait a very long time, and play the perfect note. The last instrument I have today is called the bongos. One thing I love about percussion is that every culture around the world has percussion instruments. They might be like super different from each other, but they're all percussion instruments. This is a pair of single-headed drums, and this instrument originated in Cuba and is used mostly in Cuban music. So it always comes as this pair of drums. Sometimes there's actually a third, but usually a pair of real animal skins. So these are from probably a cow, actually. So there's always a high one and a low one. And bongos have been used for soloing and a lot of other things, but a lot of times they're just used for backing rhythm to a song in conjunction with a lot of other people. Sorry, mine are a little bit low today. Thank you so much for listening today, and I hope you get interested in some percussion instruments.